Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, release any tension around your eyelids, jaw, neck and shoulders, and feel that released tension leave your body in that outward breath. The next time you breathe in just 1% deeper than the breath before. And as you exhale, elongate that outward breath, making that ever so slightly longer than the previous breath. Allow that to compound. So the more you breathe, the slower you breathe. And the slower you breathe, the deeper you breathe. And the deeper you breathe, the deeper relaxed you become. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine drifting off to a place where change happens. You already know that place. You've been there many times. Some people call that place hypnosis. Others, imagination. While others would call it quiet reflection. And I want you to use that power of your imagination to imagine how you would look if you were seated in a quiet, relaxed position in a room with a padded floor. See the position of your body and just observe, like a fly on a wall or a tiny hidden drone camera flying around. Imagine seeing just how relaxed your face and jaw looked, how your neck and shoulders were completely relaxed. But most of all, pay attention to those slow, deliberate, diaphragmatic breaths. This version of you in your imagination is breathing slowly and deeply. And you can tell from the facial expression that this version of you is completely relaxed, but also highly resourceful. And when you're convinced that this version of you is both relaxed and resourceful, let me know by nodding your head. And then step into that version of you, so you could imagine feeling how you would feel in that position on those padded floor. And imagine the sensation maybe of the fabric or the mats beneath you. Adjust your breathing to reflect those long, slow, diaphragmatic breaths. Feel that tension is continuing to just melt away. And feel that you are safe and comfortable and calm with your own thoughts. being safe with your own thoughts is halfway to escape feelings of anxiety that have bothered you for some years. Because the real cause of anxiety is never the thing, but thinking about the thing. And when you change the thoughts, anxiety can very quickly evolve into empowerment. Because the purpose of anxiety is protection, to keep you safe. But sometimes things get lost in translation, and rather than keeping you safe and preparing for future events, it becomes an echo chamber where the thought creates an emotion, which creates another thought, which creates a more intense emotion. But when you're left with your own thoughts with nothing else to do, you get to change any of those thoughts that no longer serve you. Like a coder or engineer, you can consider thoughts that lead to unuseful emotions as bad code or bad engineering. And this quiet time of reflection is where you debug or re-engineer these thoughts. So let's start by imagining you observing a future version of you in the hour before a presentation to colleagues. But in this thought, you are seeing yourself smiling, looking forward to doing the talk or presentation. You can tell from your body posture that that future version of you is relaxed, calm, with a sense of composure. That version of you is completely unfazed. I want you to observe as the hour becomes 30 minutes before the talk, and yet you're still smiling, not in a forced way, but genuinely relaxed. Seeing yourself with confidence because you have something valuable or useful to share. This version of you has the ability to think on your feet. If a question comes up, you can answer quickly. Observe yourself in a state of flow. And then imagine continuing to observe yourself as the talk starts. Imagine the room that you would be, maybe the people that are watching, and you can change perspective. You might be that imaginary fly on the wall or flying drone in the room, but you could take on the position of any of those people watching you. But observe someone that is confident, relaxed, and resilient. And when you see that version of you, let me know by nodding your head. And when you're convinced that that version of you is indeed confident, relaxed, and resilient, step into that version of you, now taking a first-person perspective, and rewind it. So the hour that precedes the talk, you also felt confident, relaxed, and resilient. But rather than seeing yourself smile, you feel like you're the one smiling. Process your inner dialogue as you're making evaluations that are conducive to feeling confident, relaxed, and resilient. Notice how deeply and naturally you are breathing. And maybe you could imagine staring into a watch where you can see that your heart rate is conducive to someone that is indeed relaxed and confident. And if that heart rate was to rise, that does not mean anxiety. It means excitement. It just means that your body is giving you just enough cortisol to be alert. No need for caffeinated drinks. Your body will keep you alert for you. And then feel how you would feel to do that presentation or talk while simultaneously feeling confident, relaxed, and resilient. And when it's finished, there is no sense of relief, just a sense of personal pride, a sense of accomplishment. Because when accomplishment is the evaluation, dopamine is the reward. So when you feel that you've done your best, which was good enough, and you feel that sense of accomplishment, let me know by nodding your head. And then imagine returning to those mats, those padded floors. And this time imagine yourself in the future, like you're looking at someone just like you, about to take a long car journey. But I want you to observe a version of you that is optimistic, that is looking forward to the drive, looking forward to what the drive will accomplish, but also looking forward to whatever experience you will have in the car. And maybe that's nice scenery. Maybe that's enjoying the drive. Or maybe it's the music you listen to or what you learn while driving. I want you to observe the time leading up to the drive, the departure, and then observe either from inside or outside the car, but not in your own body yet. As you drive confidently, optimistically, brimming with enjoyment, follow the car journey all the way to your destination and back. And when you're convinced that you're seeing someone just like you, confident, optimistic, and enjoying the drive, then it's time to step into that version of you. But step into you before you even commence the journey. And feel that optimism. Feel that enjoyment. Feel that the evaluations you're making are positive, useful, and conducive to feeling relaxed, and that driving is enjoyable. And then imagine, in that first-person perspective, starting that drive. And maybe the drive is small streets to begin with, before leading to multi-lane roads, and maybe even joining large freeways. Feel that no matter what the weather, what the traffic, what the variables are inside or outside the car, feel how good you can feel to enjoy driving. Feel that experience while you're driving and returning. And when you return back to the completed journey, let me know by nodding your head. Find yourself there in that relaxed position back on that padded floor. And then observe a future version of you dealing with chaos inside the home. Maybe screaming, yelling kids. Maybe something else, drama. But you're observing yourself being the eye of the storm and not the storm itself. You are the calm in the chaos. Anyone else can raise their voices, shout, scream, or yell, and yet you are the stoic leader, immovable. See yourself being consistent, measured, and in control. See that slow, deliberate voice, rewarding those that are being respectful and polite. No longer oiling the squeaky wheel. You are rewarding the very behavior you desire more of. And when you feel that, yes, indeed, you are observing the calm in the storm, the version of you completely in control no matter what is happening outside of you, let me know by nodding your head. And then step into that version of you, now feeling how it would feel to be calm, in control, that you are on an even keel. No need to react, no yelling, no scolding, just present. You can hear the words without having to respond to all the words. In fact, you will tune out anyone yelling like it's a transmitter on a frequency that you don't have access to. And the ones that are communicating in that respectful, polite way, you'll find yourself responding to them first. You are the calm in the storm that turns chaos into order. Feel how that feels. And then imagine in that first person perspective resolving an issue, a disagreement, making a decision that is fair and reasonable, but doing it from a place of composure, self-control, and that stoic calm. And if your unconscious agrees, then you can think about the future, and think about the future as you want it to be, both observing yourself and then experiencing that future. And in doing so, you create a powerful portal to the resources that will lead to self-fulfilling prophecies of being resourceful in these very moments that in the past may have caused anxiety, but now will cause you to feel confident, composed, enjoyment, and a sense of being in control, then let me know by nodding your head. As you return to the padded floor, the mats, I want you to get a sense that your mind is your ally and your enemy, depending on what you feed it. That when you think about what you don't want, you feed anxiety. And when you feed your mind what you do want in your future, you are feeding optimism, confidence, and composure. And this quiet time of reflection is the ultimate time to feed that which you desire more of. If your unconscious agrees, let me know by nodding your head. And now it's time to return to the present moment, taking all of these changes and new ideas and feelings of resourcefulness with you as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, connecting fully with the present moment as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, optimistic, calm, composed, and in control. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.